Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. Christina, welcome. Kai, Crystals and Paint, Renee, Lady, Bartman, and Mom Bear. Mom Bear, it's good to see you again. Brittany, hello. How are you doing? Good to see everybody tonight. It is a Saturday night and we're doing all right. We're not cold anymore here in Texas, so that's a good thing. It's not cold anymore. It's actually a decent temperature for once. So I am enjoying the, well, not necessarily warmth. I mean, it is Texas, so like 102 is warm here. But yeah, that mixture there. Midnight Meditations, welcome. What is going on? Yeah, Midnight Meditation. Let's do a stream tomorrow. Let me email you back and see what we got. Maybe I can hop over to your channel after tomorrow's stream and we can discuss something or what have you. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. Who has some questions? What's going on? You gave up cigs for Lent. How many days till I don't think about it? Oh my, what's up with that? Brittany, welcome. How you doing? First time doing this. Well, Brittany, I hope that I'm gentle to you on your first time. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go with Mom Bear and see what's up with Mom Bear. How many days till I don't think about cigarettes? Well, now, let's see what happens with that. What's a good cigarette smoking, a cigarette smoking kind of thing there? Let's see. I would say, oh, I don't know. You know, Cassie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I would say if we're going to do cigarette smoking, the slow tarot is where it's at. It looks like a cigarette smoking kind of deck, in my opinion. I mean, this looks like one of the ones, you know what I mean? Looks like one of the ones you're just going to have some whiskey and cigarettes and you're just going to go to town with it. But anyway, KS, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Boo Boo, welcome. How are you? All right. How many days till you don't think about it? Well, now, 4, we got a 3, and we got a 6. I'm going to say 5. I'm going to say 4.5, maybe 5 to get into that. 6 of Cups, that connection with the cigarettes, that nicotine thing gets going. That connection's very potent, right? We got a good stuff going on there, and that connection's pretty powerful, I would say. 4 of Cups, you do need to eventually, you know, sort of ease up on it. 4 of Cups says, yeah, maybe this is something I don't want, but that connection's really powerful. I'm pretty excited, pretty thrilled about it in the meantime. But yeah, but the 3 of Wands, it's time to move on to something else. It's time to do the Lent thing. It's time to get in that action and get through it. And get through it, you're going to have to suffer through it a little bit. I'm going to say 4, 4.5. We're going 4, 4.5. That's my final answer. That is my final answer. So there you go. All right. What else do we got going on? Cassie just broke up. Oh my God, Cassie. Cassie had to break up. Well, that's not good at all. See if they're going to change their mind. See if they're going to take you back or something like that. Or you're going to take them back. Not sure what is going to happen there. Let's find out by using the Dreams Keeper Tarot. You know, I keep calling it the Dreams Keeper, but it's actually the Dream Keeper. So I don't know. Maybe the plural thing is just on my mind. KD, welcome. How you doing? KS, what is up? Yeah, I mean, we got it going on tonight. Will he change his mind? Will he change his ways? Will he clean up and be not quite the butthole that he is, I guess, some other times? I don't know. Let's find out if they're going to change it up. I mean, you got the Ace of Swords here. It does feel like that they will. Look at this. We got the Ace of Swords. They know the communication's not working. They know that currently their strategy or how they're doing it, how they're addressing things, how they're moving across and sort of getting things done. It does not going to work full time. It's not going to work all the time. Cassie, they already know this. This is apparent. Ace of Swords are very, very knowledgeable. Good knowledge. The swords being that air sign, right? Being the air. Feels like communication. Feels like things are being communicated. Feels like things are learning. We're sort of getting action. And we're taking the Fool. So we got to change something. We need to go on an adventure. We need to go a bit on that. Now, the Queen of Wands says they need to figure out how to do it first. Not necessarily just changing their mind is going to fix everything. It's not going to Band-Aid it all up. Andrew, Marina, and Real Simple Earth, and Tammy. How are you doing? Good to see all of you tonight. The Queen of Wands, they need to figure it out. Cassie, they need to figure out how to do it. They can, sure, they can change their mind, they can change their ways, but they need to do it properly, and they know that. They know that. They have to figure out sort of how to address that, how to go about this as sort of an overall strategy, right? Nine of Pentacles, they will figure it out. They will get to there, but it's going to take a little bit of time, so be patient, sort of be understanding with them, and I think it's going to be good news after a while. So yeah, I do think they change their mind. The Fool, they're going on in that adventure. They're launching into it. The Queen of Wands, they just need to figure out the details, but that does look good. That looks good indeed. So there you go. Richard, what is going on? Good to see you. All right. Yeah, I do miss some Richard Pryor, that's for sure. All right. Who else got a question? What do we got? Marina, you were right about Maria being my biological mother. I haven't talked to her directly yet. Oh my, Marina. That was quite a controversial read too. You remember that? That was quite a controversial read in that too. A lot of people were like, I don't know, because you were asking if they were lying, right? So a lot of people were like, you know, I don't really think that should be that reading like that, or et cetera, but I went with it. I went with it just to see what would happen, and it turns out I was correct. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Well, not that they are lying about it, but that's pretty cool that you did find your biological mother and whatnot. All right, KS wants to know about Arizona move. An Arizona move. Let's see about that by using my tarot. My tarot, the something tarot. What is it called? The Waterfall Tarot. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this one. I forgot the name. The Waterfall Tarot. That is cool. That is cool. By the way, if you want the Waterfall Tarot, it doesn't exist anymore. I need to print more. And I'm too lazy to do that right now. I'm concentrating on my book. But after the book is done, then we can get on and do something else. Get on and do something else. All right. Fibromyalgia. Well, that's no good, Brittany. That is not good at all. Fibromyalgia is a pain in the butt. And joints. Okay. Will you be moving this year? We have a movement card. It's pretty encouraging. Pretty encouraging. I don't think you're quite prepared just yet, right? Andrea, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. It feels like, Cass, it feels like you're not quite prepared now. Not quite prepared now. I think that you may have moving somebody with you, or you may have other people involved with the moves. The Lover is definitely that connection card, and it's a pretty powerful card within any reading. It just says you have a connection that you have to go through, or you have somebody else to sort of think about, or you sort of have a thing, you sort of have to do a little bit more action or a little bit more planning in order to get that done, right? Richard Pryor, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. So the Four of Cups, though, KS, it almost feels like you haven't found a good spot. So you haven't found this great spot or this good location or this action-packed thing that you need with the move. And I think that you still need to find that. Once you find that, I think it's going to be a little more solidified, a little more sort of in the face to where you feel like you can go forth with that. But I do see a move this year. Absolutely. The Fool says to do that. And again, you do have other factors involved. You do have some other people involved and whatnot. Once you get that coordinated and whatnot, once you find the best spot, once you find the perfect spot, I think it's going to solidify a little bit more. So there you go. All right. Richard Pryor and Andrea. Andrea wants to know, should I contact my mother to make amends? And will she respond? And does she want to hear from me? Let's check it out by going over here to the Tarot Tower. What's a good mother deck? A good mom deck. Oh, I'm going for some Dark Mansion. Dark Mansion seems like it feels just right. It feels just right. So there you go. All right. So, see about that. Ginger, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Make amends. We got to make amends with old mom Got to get it, got to sort of smooth everything out, make amends, make it everything okay. That's going to be a big point here. Should we do it right now? Should we do it right now? This looks terrible. This looks pretty bad. Let's sort of go over this as we have some water. It's been 3 years and it's a complete mess. That's no good. Brittany and Ginger, let me know what your question is. Thank you again for your donations. 7 of Pentacles says that you tried it before. Have you tried this before? Have you tried to make amends? Have you tried to smooth everything over? Have you tried to fix stuff? The 7 of Pentacles says that you've attempted it before and it just didn't work. It feels like it just didn't work. I don't think that she's actually just, it's almost like that she's moody. So one day she'll be like, sure, I would love to sort of get in that mode where we can get back together, we can communicate again. And then later it's like all of a sudden, nah, I don't really want to deal with it. Gabby, welcome. How you doing? But it almost seems like you got to get her on a good day. You know what I mean? The devil says it's not going to be easy no matter what day you choose or what method you try or where you're sort of trying to sneak in there. The devil is just difficult to sort of get in there. KD, thank you for your donation. And Canary, welcome. How you doing tonight? It's going to be rough no matter how you do it. So you want to contact the mother, make amends. Will she respond well? Does she want to do this? The 9 of Swords says this may not be the best time. That may not be the best time. Let me tell you the best time, actually. Mid-June. Andrea, mid-June. There's something happened big time in mid-June. Brittany, I got your question. Thank you so much. There's something happened mid-June, all right? Tiana, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Andrea, I would try it mid-June. I think that's your magic time. I think that's a point. Something happens around that area where she's suddenly very, very open to getting things amended. She's very open to getting things fixed, getting things banded up. I would wait. Basically, the 5 of Pentacles is not a good look. The 9 of Swords is not a good look. The Devil, no offense to Boo Boo, is not a good look. It just appears like we have a lot of difficulties getting it done. And again, the waiting is going to be much better and much more beneficial to you. And I think once you understand what happens around then, I think that that is sort of a big open road. It's a big open road for you to get in there and make amends. Very, very important. All right. How will it go hiring a CPA? Richard Pryor needs to do taxes. Richard Pryor is back. And Richard Pryor has been making the rounds in the comedy circuit. And Richard Pryor needs to hire a tax, a CPA at this point and get it done and file them taxes. You know what I mean? All the comedy club's money, you need to pay the tax on that. That's a self-employment tax of 15%. Hiring a CPA is going to be pretty handy. You know what I mean? So Richard Pryor, it's good to have you back. It is good to have you back. All right. Hopefully you can make it here to Dallas and do a show. Gabby, thank you. Sunflower, thank you for hosting Gabby. Gabby, please thank Sunflower for that host. There you go. Look at that. Brittany's dad's a CPA. Look at you. There you go. Now you're going to hire, I don't know if this is hiring Brittany's dad or not, but I mean, hiring a CPA in general, let's not isolate it to Brittany's dad just yet. How's that going to go? Well, you got the Empress. You have a couple of different choices for CPA. I think that there's one that's really iffy. There's one that's very iffy. You're concerned about it, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I think they're going to get your self-employment money and screw you over. We have the Tower. We need to be careful here, Richard. You got to be cautious and careful, especially right now. I think that you have one in mind that's a scammer, and it's not going to do you very well at all. The Lover says you want to make a good connection with the CPA. I think that using your intuition, using your common sense, reading up on the reviews, and sort of things don't sound normal or things don't feel normal on one particular person. Ace of Cups says go with your intuition, go with your feels on this. It doesn't make much sense, obviously, right? Both people have good reviews. You got a lot of different choices with CPAs and whatnot, but one just gives you some red flags. You want to avoid that one. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Magic, thank you for your donation. KD, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think you know which one it is. You want to avoid that one. That one brings the tower. You don't want a big crumbling down IRS calling you, auditing you, coming and sniffing around like a guard dog up in your, you know, dog sniff the butt. You don't want a dog sniffing your butt. You don't want the IRS anywhere near your butt. So avoid that one. Get the good one. That is going to be good. You do have a potential problem, a big potential problem with one of those. And I think you know, hopefully, you know which one that is. You know which one that is. All right. I got a payment from somebody. Thank you, somebody, for the payment. Oh, Christina. Well, thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. Christina, let me know what your question is. We'll get you knocked out on that. And in the meantime, we'll move from Richard Pryor on to Ginger. All right, we're going to use my tool to find out what Ginger's question was. By the way, if you don't have this tool, there is a video, dedicated video to how you can use this on your stream. So Ginger asked a question, and I don't really know what Ginger's question was. So I'm going to go to chat and go to Ginger. And now I have Ginger's question. Not only that, but it put it on the screen for me automatically. I don't have to type a thing. I wrote this tool, by the way. So if you want it, it's free. Head out and check it out. Head out and check it out. All right. What are we doing here? We need a little Gregory Scott action, which is there. You know I'm going to use Gregory Scott. You know I'm going to use that Gregory Scott. That's where it's going to be. You know what I mean? Where it is going to be. All right. Let's see, Ginger. How does the Capricorn feel about a Virgo? I mean, I got to say, you never know when you mix the Capricorn and the Virgo. Richard Pryor, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see about this. How does a Capricorn feel about that Virgo action? The Devil, the Ace of Swords. Now, the Devil is Capricorn, by the way. Very, very interesting. They feel trapped. They feel like that they don't have a lot of choices. They feel like that there are demands or there's some expectations from them that they don't feel that's very good. They don't feel it's very good. There's some expectations of them, and they're like, oh, these expectations, man, what am I going to do? Can they adjust to that? Can they do that? Yeah, but they don't want to sort of hurt your feelings sometimes. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They want to go in almost like a different aspect or a different style than what you're thinking. So that connection can be there. It can be there, but they want to go in differently. How it is, the formality, the hierophant, how the formality is not going to work. We need to be dynamic. We need to be fun. We need to be sort of thinking on our feet, going and doing different things. Hierophant is a very serious card. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. You want to be fun, more dynamic, and have a little bit of the entertainment. Wheel of Fortune said you do have some stability in there. There is some stability in there. And I think that's going to be where it's at. That's going to be a very strong suit, especially to this particular connection. It is, because that Devil, that Capricorn, how it is, it's not working for him. We need to adjust it. We need to change it out. Does this have potential? Absolutely. Look at that wheel. Wheel of Fortune is the day-to-day, everyday card. So powerful, so magical, and it is amazing. You have a lot of good potential here. Just got to make it more fun. Got to make it more dynamic, Ginger. If you can do that, you got a lot of potential within here. I think this is looking fantastic for you, Ginger. Jeannie, welcome. How are you doing? I dream of Jeannie indeed. All right. What else we got going on? We got Brittany. See what Brittany's question is by clicking around on my tool. My dad is a CPA. You can totally hire him. Well, there you go. How long will I have my fibromyalgia? Oh my, that sucks. A 10 out of 10 pain. This might hurt tarot is going to be the perfect one for this for obvious reasons. obvious reasons. That is going to be where it is at. Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Light Sky, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Light Sky? Good to see you. All right. How long do I have to deal with it, and what other options do I have? Okay. Now, before we do a medical reading, let me say, Brittany, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I have no medical experience whatsoever. I'm a fat man reading tarot cards on the internet. So, with that said, this is not medical advice, nor could it be construed to be medical advice, but let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what's going to be happening there. This is not going away anytime soon. You figured that out. You knew that. You knew that. You knew this is not going away anytime soon. The devil, it seems to be here a while. It seems to just be weighing on you. Queen Famous, welcome. How you doing tonight? So good to see you again. Now, the Two of Wands, you've tried a lot of stuff. This is not a territory where you're just guessing at things. Sunflower, thank you for hosting. Megan, thank you. Sunflower, thank you so much. Megan, be sure to thank Sunflower for the host. Sunflower, so sweet. Thank you again. You've tried everything. I think that you've tried diet. I think that you've tried hypnosis. I think that you've tried literally everything. Why? Because the pain is a 10 out of 10, and it's terrible, terrible pain. The Four of Cups, you haven't really found a remedy. There's no remedy to that you have found. Obviously, you've been to the doctor. You've had discussions. You've been to a specialist. I think that you've been everywhere trying to do that. You know what I mean? Crystal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. As Deborah C. All right, I got your donation. Thank you again. There's no easy answer here, Brittany. There isn't. The Six of Cups says that you need to find the right person that is going to give you the advice that is going to help a little bit. So it seems that the cure is small incremental fixes, small incremental things that you can do that can help it. But is there just this one big bang thing that you can do? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So basically small incremental things that you can do. Again, diet, again, the medications, changing lifestyle and things like that. That's going to help a little bit. Small incremental things. They're going to bring it down over time. But no, there's no big bang magic thing. How long do you have to deal with it? I think that it's going to be like a year or more that you have to deal with it. During that year, I think in the next year, you're going to find a couple of things that relieve it a bit, like quite a bit. Not completely, but quite a bit during that process, doing that. Anyway, that is just what it says on here. Just what it says on here. And I'm sorry, that sucks. That sucks. Any just constant pain is just so difficult to deal with. And I just cry for you. It's really, really bad. All right, what did I do in my past life to get this bad luck? KD, you're on the channel, KD. You got good luck. You're here. You're here with us. What did you do in the past life to piss off the world, KD? We'll find out. We will find out what is going to happen with that. All right. All right, Brittany, the first time you've got a tarot reading and you were spot on. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You were scarily spot on. Well, I am a scary kind of guy. I am a scary kind of guy. If you've seen my face, you'd agree. All right. What did I do in the past life to piss off the world? KD. I don't know. Let's see. The Tower. You change things a lot. You change things quite a bit. I'm going to tell you now. KD, you're not satisfied with the status quo. You like to shake it up a bit, don't you? You like to shake it up a little bit. And that you've been doing that a while. You've been doing that in the past life. You've been going around shaking things up, you know what I mean? Causing people to think, causing people to do all of that stuff. Oh, man. The Tower, you bring the changes. Maybe some people just didn't like that. The Six of Wands. I think that you were successful and other people were jealous too. I think that you were just good at being successful. I think that you know how to be successful in the past lives, and you did that, and people didn't enjoy it because they were jealous a little bit. Six of Wands, that Lord of Victory, the Lord of Victory. You may have conquered some areas, some land, and taken it from some people as well. You got that little victorious thing going on. The the King of Cups into the 7. I think it's all about Sunflower. Thank you for your hosting of Light Sky. Light Sky, ask your question. Be sure to thank Sunflower for being awesome as always. KD, I think that you have a lot of emotional attachment to some things in the past life, and you have to sort of, and you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out, all this emotional stuff. I think that you run into people from past lives, and you have to deal with it. You have to deal with that karma. You have to deal with all of this other stuff too. So yeah, I mean, you know, you're victorious. You were good. Maybe you conquered some people. You are the implementer of change. And some people are just jealous of you, and you have some emotional things to work out from next life to this life and what have you. All right. That's a fun read indeed. Sunflower, thank you for hosting. Jeannie, let me know what your question is as well. So see, look at that. That's awesome. Tiana, how's he currently feeling about me? I'm feeling pretty good about you, Tiana. If you're asking about me, I'm feeling pretty good about you, but I'm gonna do the thought for you, just for you. We are going to do the thought. Isabella, it is so good to see you again. How you doing tonight? It is awesome to see you. All right. How's the current feeling about me? Hopefully pretty good. Hopefully pretty good. We're going to see. Oh, my. That's nice. Oh, my. That's nice, too. Isabella. I'm sorry. Tiana. I'm skipping ahead. Tiana. What's going on here? You shouldn't have to be asking this question according to the cards. According to the cards, you shouldn't have to asking this question at all. Is there a disconnect between what you two need to be? Yes. But is it entirely possible to patch this up or move on or get something going? Absolutely. Look at this. Look at the connection between the water, how the water is connected and how it flows in between these things like that. There's not much room for error here. Not much room for error at all. I think you figured that out. Do you blend well 100%? No. Is there a little bit too tight of a connection or a little bit too formal or maybe a little bit too roundabout of a connection? It looks like it, but this is entirely workable. It's like Tiana. It's like you already know the answer. You already know that this is entirely workable indeed. It just needs a couple of Band-Aids on it, and you're good. Tiana, I don't see anything like remarkably bad here. And or anything like that. It just feels like that you need to just get going and move through whatever it is and continue on. You should be good. You should be good. A little bit of the hard action for Tiana, because that looks really nice. The cards are basically saying get over it and move on, Tiana. I mean, there's nothing here that's not fixable. Move on, get on it, and get going. All right. Let's see, we got Sunflower for Gabby. See what Gabby's question was. Could I have a love reading? I would love to give you a love reading. A little bit more hearts in there. A little bit of the love reading. Let's see. Jeannie wants a past life. The past life is going to be a thing tonight, isn't it? It's going to be Past Life Central. It is Past Life Central. I hope I'm correct. The only problem with past lives is you can't go back and research it. You can't go say, you know, maybe I should check out that past life and see what is up with that. But yeah, there is that. All right. Get you a love reading. Now, the Hierophant, Ten of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay, Gabby, you're hanging on to something you don't need to be hanging on to anymore. It's time to get rid of it. It's time to cut it loose. It's time to go on to the next big thing. Cece, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Time to go on to the next big thing. And you feel that. You feel the 10 of Swords. You're hanging on to somebody. You're hanging on to something. You're hanging on to some emotions. You're hanging on to some memories that you just don't need anymore. You don't need it. These are not doing you any good, Gabby. There's something that you can free yourself from. There's something that you can kind of move on. You can get going. Not going to be that big of a deal. The Chariot says, get your butt moving, Gabby. Get your butt moving. Cut loose. Cut bait. Get these things out of there that you don't need. Hierophant says that some of those may be difficult to cut indeed. Hierophant's a very thick, building, serious card. Very authoritative card as well. Oh, Gabby, you're going to have a hard time getting rid of that. You're going to have a hard time getting rid of that at all. But the good news is you can do it. You can do it. Gabby, you have something in your future, Gabby, that has a lot of good things waiting on it. It involves a Taurus. And Richard Pryor, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Involves a Taurus. And I think the Taurus brings about a lot of change that you need. A lot of change that you need. Because, Gabby, I think that you're getting a little too comfortable over there for your own good. You know what I mean? All right. In case you wonder where you're in the queue, the queue is quite thick. It is quite thick indeed. But luckily, I have a tool that will make it so much easier. All right. Who had that question? Who had that question that they said that was it Cece? No, let's see. Somebody donated through the thing and I don't remember who it was. Was it Light Sky? No. Is it Streamlabs? No. I can't believe this captures Streamlabs. That's not a thing that I wanted, but that's a thing that I ended up with. You know what I mean? All right. It wasn't Ginger. It wasn't Gabby. It was a Crystal Star. No. I'll find them in a minute. In the meantime, let's go with Magic and get a general reading. All right, Magic, we're going to get you done here tonight with, let's do some of the new decks. Everybody seems to just adore the Bumbleberry Hollows. The Bumbleberry Hollows is just an adorable deck, and everybody loves it. Everybody likes it. All right, Richard, it's always good to have you here. It doesn't matter how many questions you ask, you're going to get a reading on every one of them. You know what I mean? All right, Magic. Let's get you that general. Get you the general and all of that good stuff. And you know, I'd like to see some good stuff here because Magic, you deserve it. This is your night, Magic. It's one of those nights where you're just going to sort of cruise along and have fun and all of that going on. Eight of Swords is interesting. Magic. You're not able to get done what you need done right now. Is that a permanent situation? No. I think that you're able to move on. You're able to sort of get things moving. I don't think that is a permanent thing. It's not going to be a bad deal at all. The Eight of Swords, that restrictions card into the Ten of Cups, says you're moving out of these restrictions. You're going to be able to free up a lot of stuff very, very soon. And that's good news for you. Because you need to have that. The Three of Wands says you need to get started on the next big thing. You already know the next big thing's around the corner. It's just a matter of not only finding it, but understanding where it's going to fit into all the stuff that you're currently doing, Magic. Because you're a busy person. I don't think that you just sit around bored. You're a very busy person. The Three of Wands says that next big thing's coming around the corner. You know it, you feel it, you sense it. It's going to be here very soon. Unless you get out of these restrictions, unless you can get in this Ten of Cups situation, you're not going to be able to do the kind of things that go on to that. Now, is that going to be one of those beautiful things that it's going to be, you know, one of the beautiful things that's going to be a life ender or a life-changing type of thing? I don't think so, but it is definitely going to be there. All right. All right, Christina, I got you next. No worries. I never forget you. Never forget you. It's not possible, Christina. All right. Christina wants to know. Let's see. Christina wants to know. I want to change my question. What a past lives show for us? Let's see about that. See about a little past life reading with a super duper Linares Tarot. I just knocked over a deck. That's not good. Luckily, it's one of those new decks that are really sticky, so it didn't like fly everywhere. Okay. Let's do some Super Lunaris Tarot and find out what the past lives say about us. What do the past lives say? Is it going to be good, bad, indifferent? Let's do a thick one. Let's do a big one. Let's do a big one with all of this stuff. All right. Well, now, the Empress, the Emperor, get the Ace. There was a sort of this, basically this king situation that wasn't too good. And the king situation said that there's just sort of falling out of the king situation. And some things needed to be done. Some things needed to be fixed. Some people needed to be put into power. Hello, B. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But during that process, there was a lot of difficulty doing this. There was a huge power struggle. It turned out to be a big fight, a big sort of power struggle that came within that. And I think that's sort of part of where this entire thing happened. The Ace of Cups, this power struggle, this thing that happened, needed some emotional component to it because there was sort of a meeting of minds during this. And I think that sort of we had this sort of connection during this process as everybody started flooding in, trying to get everything organized, trying to get everything set up for the next sort of leadership ability and whatnot. The Page of Pentacles did say that it was sort of hard to get going because there was some difficulty in getting everything set up and getting everything the way that we needed it to be. There was a difficulty in space. In other words, there was a distance that had to be traversed to getting that. But I think overall that it worked out for the best. We do have the 6. So our involvement within the power struggle, our involvement to get the new king in, feels like that it worked. It worked indeed. There was a lot of celebration, a lot of good stuff. We're able to sort of move in together. We're sort of able to move into that space to where we could have that. So we moved in closer to each other and whatnot during the side of the kingdom. We eventually had to leave, though. I think there was other things that happened. It was basically invaded at some point. We had to get out of there. But yeah, had to get out of there and go. So yeah, there you go. There you go. There was the first encounter. I'll go with that as being the first encounter. All right. Nice setup. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. KD, should I get a Guardian Tarot? We're going to go for it. We'll do a throwdown. KD wants a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Let's do it, KD. KD. On the upper left, we got yes. On the lower right, we got no. What is going to be the big thing going on here? Should you get the Guardian Tarot, yes or no? The yes part says that, KD, you have a hard time getting in the connect. You have a hard time getting this deck connected to you. It's like you got a sage, you got a candle, you got to cast a spell, you got to do all sorts of stuff. It feels like you're just doing cartwheels trying to get the damn deck to communicate with you. It's just not doing it. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like a deck that you can connect with and stuff like that. It reads terrible for you. You have a lot of issues with that. That's going to be okay though. Going to be okay. You have a lot of issues with going with that. Not getting it seems like a better choice for now. I think KD, there's another deck in the horizon that's going to be almost your soulmate deck. It's going to pull you in. It has got that Empress feel. It's got that pool of water where you can see the reflection. You can see all of these good emotions coming in. It's going to be huge for you. KD, I would wait. I would wait and wait for the new thing. The new next big thing is coming. I would say a month and a half is when you see it. And that is going to be huge for you. And I mean huge for you. KD, this is one of the biggest decks as far as connecting that you have ever had in your life. All right, KD, hang on to it. Don't do it. Don't pull that trigger. I would wait. I would wait. Richard Pryor, can I trust why? Or should I get some additional help? Oh, if we're going to have to trust somebody, I would say we're going to go with the Manga Tarot. Because the Manga Tarot is very much sort of a... no, actually, let's go with the Thought. Richard Pryor, you don't know this because, you know what I mean? You don't know this because you knew, but the Thoth gives you the brutal, honest truth. It may be brutal indeed, but the Thoth is going to give you the lowdown. It's going to let you know exactly what's up. And it's not going to hesitate, delay, or give you any good news if it does not have to. So, I mean, by the way, this is the Thoth deck. So it's Crowley at Crowley's best, right? All right. Should I trust why? Entertainment purposes only, by the way, Richard Pryor. You know that. You're an entertainer. You get up on that stage. This person does bring about a lot of good things. It brings about a lot of good things. They bring about the goodness. The problem is they're sort of picking up from ashes and having to make things better. All right. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. They have a lot of issues over there where they're doing it. They have a lot of issues going over there, like they're too busy or they're too burdened or they're too encumbered. It just feels like that they need a lot more stuff going on that they just don't have. Now, obviously, that's not going to be too bad. It's not going to be too bad at all. But just be aware that they are extremely busy and you're going to be sort of munged into a lot of things that you may not want to be in there, basically. So I would go with, if you don't mind waiting, if you don't mind being heavily multitasked, I think that'd be okay. But if you're just absolutely need this now, if this is going to be something that, makes or breaks you as far as taxes, CPA and whatnot, I'd look for somebody else. Again, entertainment purposes only. Christina wants the Q. The Q is on screen. The Q is on screen. We did Richard Pryor. Now we're doing Sarah, and we're doing a lot more after that. A lot more after that. If you're looking for Crystal, Crystal Star, you are not in the queue. We're doing donations right now. By the way, in case you're new here, we have no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. And if you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, hit that. You know what to do. You know what to do. Hit those buttons and let YouTube know that I don't suck. You know what I mean? Let YouTube know that I don't suck. I would appreciate it because YouTube, you never know. Use the Thoth. When I go to work tomorrow, what should I be prepared for? Sarah knows. Sarah knows that the Thoth is going to give you the brutality. It's going to be like Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Where you have the brutality, no, the fatality, where they just sort of rip the lungs out of somebody. The Thoth is the Mortal Kombat of tarot. All right, let's see. Deborah C. is next, indeed. Deborah C., I appreciate you. I got Aaron's donation as well. Aaron, let me know what your question is. It's busy tonight. All right. When you go to work tomorrow, what should you be prepared for? You're not going to be prepared for this, that's for sure. A big change in money. A big alteration in money, how money is moved, how money is handled, how money is circulated. I think that you have been basically, Sunflower, thank you for your donation. Hello, B, thank you for your other donation. Sarah, I think that you've been not lied to, but I think they have been buffing you and giving you the good stuff and not telling you the bad stuff. But tomorrow, there seems to be a money movement issue. We have monies going here. We have monies going there. We have death. We have death and the money situation being altered. It's moving around. It's being shuffled around. I think that you may want to be prepared for that. So the entertainment purposes only, obviously. But this is a fun card, an entertaining card. It feels like that they have a lot of fun things that they've been telling you. They have a lot of good news that they've been telling you. And, it just feels like there are some things moving, some things changing as far as that goes. Regarding your resignation, I think they have some news for you, basically. I think they have some news for you. There's some changing of how things are done. There's some alteration in what was said before. So I know you told them 2 weeks and they said a month. They have some news for you when you go in. And it's almost like about the money situation or your pay or something like that. That's just a 3-card read from the Thoth, but that's exactly what it says. It's exactly what it says. As far as the 2 week versus a month ago, it seems that there's a change in how money moves and whatnot. Anyway, so we got a couple of donations and whatnot. Deborah C was one of those. And Deborah C wanted to know something. Deborah C? I do not have a Deborah C in chat. Is that even possible? Did my application completely miss you? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Let me scroll up and see if my application has completely jumped the shark at this point. I don't see a Deborah C in chat on my app, and my app seems to be working pretty well so far. I'm scrolling up and I don't see a Deborah C either. Anyway, Deborah C, if you're in chat, let me know what your name is in chat. Under the D's, I just don't see anybody. I got enlightenment. It goes straight to Aaron. So anyway, is the Thoth difficult to learn? Brittany, it's not. It's so easy. I have a complete course just for you. Just for you. Go and search for Thoth course and you will find it. We got from Megan. Megan, let's see. Megan Wild. How does GB feel about me? He's Capricorn. He's Capricorn. We love the Capricorns. In fact, we love him so much, we're going to use one of Christina's favorite decks, the Housewives Tarot. The Housewives Tarot, indeed. Crystal Star. Oh, okay. It's Crystal Star. Gotcha. Crystal Star is in the queue, isn't she? She is in the queue. Crystal Star. We have a host for Crystal Star, I think, or something. I don't know. Let me look. So Deborah C is Crystal Star. Gotcha. All right. Let's see. Donated as Deborah C is my question in the queue. Okay. I talked to a guy in the Army. Is he really in love with me? All right. You're next on the list. We'll switch to you. We got you. You're next on the list here. Is talking to the guy in the Army, is he really in love with me? Or is he lying to me? Is he lying to me? We don't want that. Crystal, we don't want that at all. Sometimes, you know, you interact with a seaman. I don't know, are they in the Navy? Are they a seaman? I got to know. Crystal, I got to know. Are they a seaman? All right. Talking to the guy. Oh, no, he's in the Army. Is he really in love with me? Yes, actually, I think that they are in love with you. The Page of Swords is sort of interesting. They're communicating very well that they are in love with you. I think they're giving you the good news. You know what I mean? They're giving you all the good stuff. They're like, hey, you know, Crystal or Deborah, whatever.
I love you.
And they want to love you. They do. The Queen of Cups, I think you have this nice little connection with them. You got a nice little connection with them. The Queen of Cups into the moon. But I think you're way, way too invested. Way too invested. You got to back up a little bit. You got to back up a little bit. Way too invested. And I'm just saying because they're making some choices between you and other people. It could be a situation where they're making some choices between you and other people. You may not be the only one that they're contacting. You may not be the only one. It could be somebody else they're calling and saying,
I love you.
And when they get back home, it could be
music to make love to.
But Crystal or Deborah, I'm just saying, you're not the only one. Do they have emotions for you? Yes. Do you need to back up from this a little bit? Take a step back, back up a little bit. Put it in reverse and just go back a couple of feet. That's going to be good for you to do. All right. Thank you again, Crystal/Deborah. In the meantime, we got a donation from Megan, and then we got Megan over here. Megan says, how does GB feel about me? He's a Capricorn. What is going on with them Capricorns? Let's find out by using everybody's favorite, the Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot scratch off seaman. You don't know if he's a seaman or not. Sunflower. No, a naval officer is a naval man is a seaman. Once they get on the ships, they're a seaman. So you have not seen, obviously, Dr. Evil in Goldmember, where, seaman. There you go. Sunflower. There you go. There you go. When they're in the Navy, they're seamen, but he's in the Army. So he's not a seaman. I'm not saying he doesn't have seaman. He's not a seaman, though. All right. Let's see. Jody, welcome. How you doing? How does JB feel about me? JB loves you a lot. I think JB really has something going for you. That 10 of Pentacles. They have a lot of good things, a lot of good expectations from what's sort of going on with all of that. I think they really like you. They really like you. We got the 10 of Pentacles. We got the King of Cups. Now, they are a little bit emotionally distanced. Okay, they're a little bit emotionally distanced. Is this going to be a good thing or bad thing? I mean, that's up to you. But yeah, light sky, you're 2 away. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit emotionally distant. So the King of Cups is an emotionally distant thing, and that sort of says the 2 of Pentacles. They are making some changes that they need to make. In order to do that, they're going to have to adjust quite a bit emotionally. So, yeah. How do they feel about me? I think they have a lot of good stuff. They have a lot of good stuff coming in. The 10 of Pentacles, the King of Cups. You're going to have to put up with the emotional distance. I don't think that's going to be a big problem for you. The 2 of Pentacles as well. You're going to have to adjust to how they're sort of changing and evolving, because they're evolving quite a bit. You know what I mean? They're evolving quite a bit. So there you go. All right. Enlightenment. I got your question. All right, what are we going to next? By the way, in case you're wondering where you are in the queue, when people are donating for you, it's kind of difficult to know. But good news, I got you in here. So Light Sky, you are here, and we are on Queen Famous. So Light Sky, you are coming up next. By the way, if you want my tool, no pun intended, if you want my tool, it is available in a video a couple of days ago. Okay. Queen Famous. Queen Famous wants to know nothing. Queen Famous, what is your question? I don't see anything. Queen Famous, let me know, and we will sort of come back to you. In the meantime, let's do Light Sky. Light Sky. James the Pisces in Light Sky. That's going to be looking pretty good. I think James the Pisces is looking good. I already get this great feeling from it. And speaking of great feelings, let's go with the Vox Arcana. That's going to be a good one for that. Queen Famous, let me know what your question is. We will get you in there. Get you in there. All right. How's James the feeling about me? And when is he going to get on message and me and find out all that stuff? Really, really, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Well, let's see. The question is, how is James Pisces feeling about me? The 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Okay, is James involved with anybody else? Light Sky. Is James involved with somebody else? I ask that because we have the 10 of Swords. If you ask how somebody is feeling about you, is somebody feeling about you? Queen Famous, I need your question, and then we will hop you right on in there. The 10 of Swords says that either you need to let them go or they need to let you go. There's the big termination, the 10 of Swords. And I ask you, what is going on with this? It's almost like that there's not really any good possibilities here. It's like there's a one big dead end here. It feels like that there's a big dead end. The 4 of Wands, everything was going really, really well with James, Light Sky. It was going really well almost, but it feels like that there's good stuff in the background. There's good stuff doing there. Brittany, thank you for your other donation. But the 10 of Cups says you need to sort of, he needs to let go of whatever he's hanging on to. And the 10 of Swords says release that out of the life in order to move on with you, because the 4 of Wands has good stuff moving on with you. The 10 of Cups has good stuff moving on with you. Light Sky, there's a very, very good possibility that this is going to be just a fantastic thing. But They need to let go of what they're doing. They need to let go of the other person. They need to move on, a big moving on type thing in order to get that done. Is that going to be possible? It's up to you and them. It's Dr. Mystical. What is going on, Dr. Mystical? So good to see you. All right. We got a ton of donations, by the way. We're going on to Queen Famous again. Queen Famous asked the question. Queen Famous wants to know, moving to Houston, go in March. Well, Queen Famous, I've got some great news for you. Queen Famous, I've got some fantastic news for you. You're lucky that your ass didn't move to Dallas 2 weeks ago. I'm just saying now, or to Houston 2 weeks ago. You would have had frozen pipes. You would have had no power. You would have had no water 2 weeks ago. So, Queen Famous, I do think that March is looking a hell of a lot better than February for you. All right, because that's going to be nice and springtimey and all of that other stuff. All right. How will the move go? 6 of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. This whole father thing is really getting you down. I mean, we got that. The whole father thing is really getting you down. There's a lot riding on dad. There's a lot riding on dad. It feels like that if they don't come through, you're going to have a problem. And I think you already figured that part out. If they don't come through, you're going to have a problem. I think there's like a lot of emotions involved here as well. Maybe he hasn't come through for you in the past. Maybe there's some disappointment with that. Maybe there's some drama around this. Maybe there's some talk and things around this. But it looks iffy. It looks really, really iffy about him coming through. We have the 6 of Cups, which sort of means, yeah, I think that they will ultimately come through. The 6 of Cups is the sister and the younger sibling, and this sort of points to family, a family interaction. I think that you do have a family interaction and it turns well, but there's a lot of worry, a lot of concern about this. So I think the move goes well because you're not doing it in February, and I think your dad comes through, but there's a lot of concern about it before he does, basically. Yeah. It's like the Stone Ages in Houston. It is. But hopefully by next month, it'll be fixed. Otherwise, it's going to be a serious problem over there in Houston. All right. Now, we're going on for Jeannie. Jeannie is next. By the way, in case you wonder where you're in the queue is huge tonight. It is bigger than some D tonight. We got the sunflowers. We're on the last sunflower, so we're here. And now we got to go through all of these. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one like the D. Jeannie wants to know what I have to do this year in order to remain on my divine thing, something, divine thing. All right, divine path. Let's go with a lesser used deck, which is going to be the doggy deck. No, not the doggy deck, whatever the hell this is. It's going to be whatever the hell this deck is. All right, this deck here, whatever it is. We are going to be there. We are going to get it done. You have to do something this year. Jeannie, it's apparent that you need to do something this year. I think this is the Witchling Academy. Witchling Academy. All right. What do you have to do this year to remain on the path towards divine enlightenment? The moon says that you're not necessarily far away, but you definitely need to take a little bit of a turn. The Chariot says you need to keep moving. I think you're a lot of times you have a lot of stuff that you need to do. You don't have time. You got meditations. You got spells. You got learning. You got spiritual enhancement. You just don't have time. You need to do that. You need to do that. That's going to be very important for you to get that done. All right. But the Chariot in the moon says you need to start now. Blah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. But the Knight of Swords says that don't be concerned about it. Do what you can when you can. In order to do this year, you need to make small steps every single day. You need to get going every single day. If you don't, eventually you're going to get caught up in regret. About half a year, you're going to get caught up. You're going to be, Jesus, I wasted 6 months. I should have done a little something every day, like T.O. said, like that Tarot Oracle guy said. But yeah, in order to remain on that path, you need to take some action every day. If you don't, you're going to get in a situation where every life gets in the way, things get in the way, and it's not going to be good for you in the long run, and you're going to have regrets at the end. Okay. All right. Now we got CC said, question below. CC wants to know. He said he's confused. Is it going to be buddy? Is it going to be my best buddy? Or what is going to happen with all of that? What is going to happen with all of that? We need to go with the Poe. The Poe is going to be where it is at. You know what I mean? Your water pressure is barely coming back. Tori, that sucks. Tori, I hear you. Tori, I had to take a bath in snow water. So if you think your life sucks, try that out and see if your life sucks or not, because that sucks. All right. Christina knows for a fact that I had to take a bath in snow water, and she heard the screams and the cuss words that came out of my mouth. They were very, very unusual. I made up some cuss words because I ran out during that process. All right. He said he's confused. Will he reconcile, or are we just going to be buddies? The Four of Wands and the Tower. I think that you're going to be just buddies. It feels like you're going to be buddies. The Tower says, I think you're going to try to build it up again. You're going to put all the stones in there, and you're going to try to build that tower up and all of that. And at the end of the day, it's going to crumble down. Cece, you're wasting your freaking time. You're wasting your time. He said he's confused. That means no. That means no. We're going with the thumbs down quite early indeed. But yeah, the Two of Wands, there's some decisions to be made. Do you want to put up with this? Do you want to be in a confused thing? You know what I mean? Yeah, but I think that you're going to try to reconcile, but it's going to fail. And I think it's going to fail because, again, he said that he's confused. There's nothing to be confused about here, CC. You know that. He knows that. Don't let him roll you over like this, basically. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. Frosty the Bath Buddy. The shrinkage during that bath was epic. All right. Let's see. Who is next? It is Richard Pryor. How will things go in the business? Richard Pryor wants to know, because Richard Pryor is all about making that money, making that fat cash. Richard Pryor needs that fat cash and needs it now. Richard Pryor's not going to put up with anything but fat cash. Shadowland Tarot is going to tell us how that goes. I'm telling you now, Richard, your business could be on track and on target for success. Let's take a look at it and see. The Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Very interesting here. Your new business needs a hell of a lot of work. Are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to put in the dedication? Are you willing to sort of put in the legwork, the elbow grease, and anything like that? If you're not, you're going to have a problem. If this is a casual thing, you're going to have a problem. You're not going to be able to make anything. You're not going to be able to get it done. The King of Cups says you need to be passionate. Richard, you need to be super passionate about it. You need to put a lot of time. You need to invest a lot of time and energy to get it done. If you don't have that time and energy, it's not going to go well. Eight of Pentacles talks about the work, talks about the steady day-to-day activities, the day-to-day work. That is going to be where it is at. And the Eight of Wands says, get your ass moving, Richard. You got to get that ass moving. And if you're not willing to commit, if you're not willing to put the time in, you're not going to be able to make much. Not going to be able to make much at all. So, Richard, how dedicated are you towards this? Is what the tarot is asking of you. Because that is all about your success rate. Hello, B. What is AI's future as a partner, K or B? We got K or B. Who's Al's future, K or B? We'll do a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Do a little bit of a throwdown. See, what's that? Your stank before you would take a snow bath. I got to do what I got to do, Mom. I got to do what I got to do. All right. We got K on the left, and we got B down here. Who is the future partner? B. B's a player. K, okay. K is a fixer-upper. Hello, B. K is a fixer-upper. You're going to have to put a little bit of effort, time, energy, money into K in order to get it fixed. Ultimately, K says that they're not ready. Ultimately, K says, I'm not really ready. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm confused like the other reading. But they are a fixer-upper, and you're going to have to invest quite a bit to get K up and running. B looks a lot better. B does look a lot better, but B wants to be sort of a friends with benefits type of thing. It feels like a B wants to be a friends with benefits. We got the friends here. We got the benefits here, friends with benefits. That's how they like it. Are they willing to expand and grow and do other things? Yeah, sure. Hello, B. Sure, they can do that. Are they willing to do it right now? Maybe not. I think they need to calm down. B needs to chill out, calm down a little bit. K looks like a mess, a hot mess. B is going to be better in the long run, but be aware that B is going to need to be sort of guided in a better direction than what they're sort of thinking. All right. Let's see what is happening with the next one. We got Sunflower. Am I going to have to smooth trip for Ohio? We got the Ohio reading. Sunflower, I hope you have a smooth trip to find out if it's going to be smooth or not. Let's use the Anna K. Anna K, it's been a hot minute since we have used the Anna K. So, that's going to be a nice little change up in here. Instead of a bath water of snow, it's going to be a nice little change by using this right here. Is it going to be a smooth trip or not? Strength says you need to hang on. That is for sure. It's not going to be a smooth trip. Going to give this a thumbs down a little early. A little bit early, a thumbs down. Because of the 5. The 5 feels like there's some worry, there's concern, there's a lot of things that need to be sort of planned on this trip. You're doing the trip. I don't think it's going to be terrible. I think there's going to be just a couple of wrenches in the gears as you go through there. Just be prepared for it, right? Have your backup plan. Have your sort of all the contacts you need in the phone in case something happens. It's going to be a little bit bumpy of a ride. A little bit of a bumpy ride. I don't think that's going to be too bad for you overall. It's just going to be bumpy. Does that mean you're going to get broke down and die in the snow? No. It just means the bumps are going to be there. So good luck getting to Cleveland. Make sure that you have all the numbers that you need in your phone. Make sure your phone is rocking. Your phone has everybody in there that you need. All right. 200 decks. It could be. Hello, B. Did anything change for Alan after the surgery? Or is he still wanting to keep the X? Hello, B. Let's do another throwdown. Another throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
For Hello, B. Actually, I don't want to throw down. I want the zombie tarot. I like the zombie tarot is where it's at. We have not used this in a hot minute. We're going long tonight, by the way. We're going long and strong, just like the D. Long and strong. All right. So Alan has had a change of heart. Alan has fixed some things up. Has anything changed? Has anything changed at all? Are we gonna put up with sort of what Alan dishes out? I think Alan knows how to dish it out. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and Judgment, and the Ten of Wands. Alan has a hard time getting rid of this ex. That's for damn sure. Alan has a hard time getting rid of the ex. Cancer, surgery, it changed Alan quite a bit. It made Alan rethink quite a few things. But that ex, though, that ex feels like they're really, really trying to hang on for dear life. You have a lot of new encounters. You have a lot of new things happening here. You have an ace of wands. You have an ace of cups. Are they willing to move on from the ex? Are they willing to do that? The 10 of wands says the ex becomes a pain in the ass eventually. So yes, they're willing to move on. But hello, B, are they willing to move on right now? Are they willing to move on right now? I don't see it. I don't see it. It seems that they need judgment. They need the big bomb. They need the bomb to hit. They need things to get more of a real reality in order to do this. Okay, hello, B. Alan is not going to change on their own. They need an outside influence to change their mind, to change their sort of where they're at. And that's what they're going to require. Alan likes to do things that Alan's always done. Alan doesn't like big changes. Will they make a change eventually? Yes. The ex becomes a huge pain in their ass, and they have to change. They have to adjust. They have to go forward with that stuff. Is that going to be right now, though? No. All right. We're wrapping up. We got 3 readings to go. You bid on a house today. You bid on a house today. Really? Really? Did you really bid on a house? Really? I think that you did bid on the house. You really, really did bid on that house. And we need to find out if you are going to win by using the Heaven and Earth Tarot. It does remind me of Fallout as well. Genie. It does. It does remind me of Fallout. All right. We put the bid on. We threw it down. Is this going to be something that we can do? Are you going to win? Are you going to win? Well, you're certainly in the running. You're certainly in the running. Strength, judgment. Okay, the tarot is telling me to take one more card from a different deck. One more card from a different deck. The tarot recognizes that there is strife. There is competition for these offers. There is competition going in there. The tarot wants me to grab another card from a different deck. Justice. The choices are blind. The choices need to be made from an external source. You are in the running. You are in the running. You are doing the running. We need one more card from a different deck. And we're going to use the Thoth. The Thoth is going to give you basically a yes or no question. And we're going to use that card right there to find out. Because there is a lot of competition. And the verdict is yes. Yes, the verdict is yes. We get a thumbs up on the offer acceptance. Now, why do I say that? This is the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins is a proud, proud person because he just did all of his wheat fields. He trimmed them up. He looks at, he likes them. He likes what he has. He appreciates that. And that possession of the Knight is huge, And it says a thumbs up that you do get an acceptance from that. Sort of weird reading there, but I mean, that's how it goes. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's not so weird. Aaron, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It's a pain in the ass reading tonight. It appears that, Aaron, let me know what your question is. And we have put you on the spot. Brittany, does he ever think about you? Brittany, has you ever thought about you? Brittany, I think about you all the time. I think about you all the time, even though this is your first time here. All right. By the way, this is the Spacious Tarot because it is very spacious and luxurious, and it feels good to the touch. It does feel good to the touch. Brittany, do they think about you? Do they think about you? Oh, look at this. We got the Empress. Oh, the Elder of Wands and the Six of Swords. Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they want you back? Do they sit there and think that they love you? I don't think so. I think that I think they're actually going to contact you. It's going to be out of the blue. It's going to be sort of unusual contact, but I think that they are going to contact you. So yeah, the Empress is that you're in a space right now where you're much better for each other than you were before. You just are. You're in a superior space right now where you're much better than you were before. There's a lot of good things on there. There's a lot of good things on there. They will be contacting you. The Elder of Wands is the contact card. It's the contact card. Really, really come back and let us know what really, really happened. It is the contact card. They're going to be contacting you. When they contact you, though, I think they have a little bit of a weird expectation, or things are not as they seem. So what you get is not necessarily what the truth is. So I'm not saying they're outright lying to you. I'm just saying that they have they're going to approach you in a different manner than what you think. And you're going to have to deal with that. They're not exactly going to be 100% truthful in how they approach either. So if you're prepared for that, that's going to be okay. But do they think about you? Yes, they're going to contact you. All right. And the second to the last reading. Does my ex-husband still like me? Blah. I wasn't married to you, but I like you. All right. Let's see if the ex liked you by using the Little Prince Tarot, because we need some Little Prince Tarot. We need it. We need it. Sunflower needs to make sure that she has all of those people's phone number in their phone. All right. Tasha, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate that. So the Seven of Swords says, yes, this is huge. Blah, it's huge. You know it's huge. Blah, you're here all the time. Blah, you're here all the time. You know that Seven of Swords is about reuniting, or feeling that reuniting feel, or returning in a relationship feel. It's all in my new book, by the way, available in June. A new book. The Seven of Swords is so freaking powerful right now. It's about returning. It's about getting that stuff. They still do like you. The Page of Wands and the Lovers as well reinforces this, especially the Lovers. The Lovers is a long-term love, a long-term relationship, and that is critical. That is just outright critical about doing that. They do still like you. I think that they're still in love with you. They're still in love with you, actually. Blah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they're still in love with you. The Lovers, the Seven of Swords combination is a mix of magic. It is a mix of magic. The thumbs up. The thumbs up for getting that done. For getting that done. Looking so nice. Looking so nice. Now, Aaron had one more question about switching religions. Religions are a hot topic nowadays. We want to know, if we switch it, are they going to still love us? Do they still love you? We're going to go with a tarot we haven't used in quite some time. By the way, we're ending right now after Aaron's question. Or after Carlos's question. All right. Let's see. All right. If you switch religion, Carlos, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. If you switch religions, is that going to be good, bad, or indifferent? There's a lot of religions to choose from. I think when you tell her, hey, Mom, I'm switching religions, I think that they're like, what are you switching to? Because there's so many choices. The Seven of Cups, there's so many different choices in religions and whatnot. The religion that you're choosing is drastically different than the religion that they want you to choose, though. It is. It's drastically different. That Hanged Man, that different approach, that different system that they got going on. The King of Cups says you're going to be kind of milquetoast on the new religion. So, Aaron, the new religion doesn't really call to you as much later. It's fun now, but later, not so much. And I think that you abandon it and you go on a big search for enlightenment is what I think, Aaron. I think that this is your first step in a big search for enlightenment that is coming for you. And that's going to be good news. That's going to be great news because I think it's where you need to be. Is that going to be your final religion? No. Is it going to be acceptable? No. I think that you get bored of it and you move on. All right. And the final question is, Carlos, what can I do to find a job that I like? What can I do to find a job that I like? All right, Stacy, we will get you tomorrow. We'll get you tomorrow, Stacy. Stacy, let me know what your question is. We got you in the queue for tomorrow because we're going extremely long tonight. I'm losing my voice. All right. Well, let's see. Let me know what your question is, and I'll put it in a text file, and we'll have it ready for you tomorrow. What can I do to find a job that I like? All right. So the 7 of Swords is about lies. Blah. Not in my system. It's not. Not in my system. It's not. Anyway. All right. The 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. You got to move. You got to move, basically. You got to get moved. The 9 of Cups is about sort of that movement, a little bit of the movement factor. And all the 9s are about movement. The jobs that you're finding you don't like, and that's pretty clear, right? The 5 of Cups, you're in that position where you're not finding what you need. And I think it's just location. Once you get a better location, you're going to have a better chance of doing that. Now, obviously, picking up and moving is not a convenient thing to do at all. But the 9 of Pentacles says there are some good things around you. There are some things outside of your sort of the circumference of where you're looking. You know what I mean? The circumference of where you're looking. But yeah, there you go. Yes, Stacy's going to be tomorrow because I'm losing my voice. Going an hour and a half. All right. Stacy, let me know if you already asked your question. Okay. So yeah, blah. Yeah, buy my book, blah. Buy my book. Link in the description. And you will see that the 7 of Swords is a completely different thing. For me, for my system. Increase the circumference increase the radius of where you're looking. And I think that you'll find something. It's location, Carlos. That's going to be the big thing because I think that you've kind of exhausted what you currently do. You've kind of exhausted the possibilities, and you need to be more there. All right. Anyway, that is it for me. Thank you for joining. We'll see you tomorrow.